Hey, Daxton, I thought maybe I might read you and Dakota a book since you might be late over at the airport or something. This girl's going to join the soccer team. See, that's what's going on. Amy dashed in the door from school. "Mom," she called. "Mom, I can be on the soccer team. All you have to do is sign this paper." Her mom laughed. "Slow down. Give me a chance to find out." Oops. All about the soccer team. She took the paper Amy was waving at her and sat down to read it. Amy leaned over the back of the mother's chair. "Please, let me be on the team. I've never ever wanted to do something so much. I've got to be on that team," Amy begged. "Why is playing soccer so important to you, Mom?" asked Amy. "I love soccer. And Mrs. Swanson at school says I'm a good player, but Brandon and Jeff are mean when Mrs. Swanson puts us on the same team. They say soccer is for boys. They say I can't run as fast as they do. At recess, Brandon and Jeff won't let me play. The only girl who plays at recess is Allison." "Are Brandon and Jeff joining the team too?" Mom asked. "I think so. And they can't stop me from being on the team. It says here boys and girls." Amy pointed at the paper her mom held. "I'll show them I'm good enough to play on this team. I'll be the star. Then they'll have to let me play at recess." I like this picture. Alice said that was her and her mama. Mom was quiet for a few minutes. Looks like the dogs tore up the book. Mom was quiet for a few minutes. "Playing soccer is fine and you can join the team, but play because you love the game. Don't try to prove you're the best player or to make other kids like you better. Just play as well as you can. Do your best. That's all Dad and I and God expect of you." Amy threw her arms around her mother's neck. "Oh, thank you. I'll do my best. I will be the star player of the team, you know." "15 kids came to the first soccer practice. Brandon and Jeff and Allison were there, along with other kids from Amy's class. I'll show them," Amy said to herself. "They'll see that I can be a soccer star. I can't wait for the first game." Amy loved the soccer practice. She worked harder than anyone else. The drills made her tired. But she also knew they would make her a soccer player. She kept at them. Finally, the day of the big game. On the way to the game, Amy's father suggested, "Let's ask God to help you and the team do their best today. You know, Amy, that's what's really important. Whether the team wins or not, or whether or not you are a star, you are always a champ when you do your best." "Okay, Eagles, gather round," the coach said. "Here's our starting team. Brandon, Jeff, Allison." Amy's heart pounded, waiting to hear her name. But the coach didn't even look in her direction. Disappointed, Amy watched from the sidelines of the game. How could she be the star if she didn't even get to play? Loud cheers from her teammates interrupted her thoughts. Allison had scored a goal. Soon Amy was cheering louder than anyone. The game was more exciting than she had ever imagined. Even with the score, Beavers 3, Eagles 2. She's an Eagle. That dog goes everywhere she goes. When the last period came, Amy hoped the coach would let her play, but he still didn't call her name. She wondered if she had become invisible. As the Eagles moved the ball down the field, one of the Beavers ran in front of Brandon. Both boys went down. Brandon stayed on the ground, holding his ankle. The coach looked straight at Amy. "Okay, kid, here's your big chance. You're in for Brandon." Ay, 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 ay. Amy's heart raced. Her mouth went dry. "Now I'll show everybody," she told herself. She heard the crowd cheer at her first pass. It was perfect. They were cheering for her. With a minute left in the game, the score was tied. Amy's legs ached from the running, but she didn't care. She stole the ball from the Beavers and dribbled towards the goal. "That away, champ!" she heard her dad holler. With a mighty kick, she sent the ball to Jeff, but a Beaver, not Jeff, suddenly appeared, took the ball, and headed down the field. Amy, Jeff, and all the Eagles took off after him, but not one was fast enough to catch him. As the time ran out, Beavers scored. Amy couldn't move. How could her pass have missed Jeff? As the team walked slowly off the field, Jeff scowled at Amy. She heard him tell Brandon, "She blew it." "The girls have to play." That's not nice, I don't think. Oh, yeah. Her dad. Before she could hear Brandon answer, her dad ran up to the team. "Hey, Coach," he yelled. "The team played hard and well. Let's celebrate. Pizza on me." They sure played great, and this was just their first game. "Way to go, everyone," the coach answered. "Let's go get that pizza." Oh, no, she's crying. As Amy and her dad walked to the car, Dad put his arm around her. "I'm proud of you, champ. You did a superb job." Amy couldn't hold back her tears any longer. "How can you say that, Dad? I lost the game. Jeff says I blew it. And probably everyone else thinks so, too." There's that dog again. "Not everyone. Some people may think you're okay only if you win, but Mom and I know you're special whether you win or not," Dad explained. "The way you practice hard, play hard, cheer the others on, even when you're not in the game, is what really counts, not just the final score." And you know what? Right now, your dad and your Heavenly Father are so proud of you. I'm sure God is smiling from ear to ear because you faithfully did your best today. Amy wiped her eyes as she looked and smiled. "I'm glad you and Mom are my parents." "Well, I'm glad God let Mom and me be your parents, champ," Dad grinned. "Now, how about that pizza? Sounds good to me," Amy said, and Daddy gave her a big hug. Wonder if the dog gets pizza next. The end. She looks like Dakota.